fall. Hold on. I'll move that down. The chat was disconnected. Please wait for a second. Well, hopefully it reconnects. We'll see. It says it's live. Let us see what happens. What else do I need to do? I need to try and get these off here. There's crap everywhere. I need to do something about this beam up here that's blocking the light, but never mind. That's okay. I'm just going to move all the bits of cardboard out the way. Don't mind me while I organize the workshop. I'm going to need them. I don't need those. I'm going to be putting things away. Don't mind me. There is stuff everywhere. Lots and lots of stuff. Including this guy. And these. So hopefully he doesn't get knocked off and go flying. There's this that's so close to being finished. I will move it out of the way temporarily. Down there. Lovely. Band-aids. Probably don't need them yet, but maybe by the end of the night. That one. So it's the top. Just go move these. See what it says about the chat now. Please try again later. Okay. I don't know if the chat's working. I'll see if anything comes back. So there's crap everywhere. It's just cleaning up so I can make more mess. Right? That's what it's all about. I'm cleaning, and then I'll be presently making a lot more mess, a significant amount of mess. That out of the way. Can I put this battery back in? This battery managed to charge without going thermonuclear, so I can probably put that away now. And I've got an adapter for it, so I can make a wiring harness. And then I can start crapping on about what I've been doing. Basically, a lot of sanding. That's what I've been doing. A lot of sanding. With a lot more to go. A lot more sanding on the horizon. So here we go. Here's the current mini project. It's this little chap. And I've just 3D printed and primed. Actually, I've just painted these to go on the skirt. These are little white hemispheres because this Dalek is meant to have white ones. So I'm going to try and glue those on. See if that works. It's all still in pieces. The top comes off. I've got some dome lights and the eye stalk and stuff that's still printing. You're meant to be able to print this in 2 colors and just glue it together. But I, of course, decided to do the stupid thing and print one that's or print one and then paint it as a different color. But it's going to look a bit rough and ready. But I do like that there's dome. The dome actually moves on this. You can actually spin it and it doesn't always pop off, so it can spin around. It's got a little locking tab mechanism on it. So this is hopefully for next year's show where people will say, you don't 3D print and sell little Daleks, do you? We could have one on display and say, oh, well, for a donation towards dinner or travel expenses or just the show stand, it actually costs us money to have a stand even when we don't sell anything. We don't make anything off it. So it might help to recover some of the costs. So that's this little person. So I'm not going to get too attached to it because it's not staying. It's very much a quick turnaround project, and I hope to put it in a box, completed, and be able to get it back out of the box around August next year and just be ready for it to go. The other thing that I've been doing a lot of is these, and I've basically been filling in here with blade putty and then sanding it off. I did try one with wood filler, with that particular kind of wood filler, because I've got 2 tubs of it. It's worked okay. The tricky thing is getting it out of these little corners and stuff, and it tries to fill up in here. So I've got to kind of come up with a better idea for doing that, maybe even smearing it on with a finger when it gets to there. So I probably have to get a, like a little spatula and sort of smear it in there and then stop for the hole and then get a glove and sort of try to push it in there as much as I can. But it's coming off all right. But because I'm going to be doing a lot more filling and then sanding the bejesus out of them later, I'd actually like to make a sanding block that is exactly that distance and then be able to sort of sand, because it's trouble to sand up in the corners. So that's one of my ideas that I think it would be quite handy to have a little sanding block. Whether or not that's something that I can actually do, we'll see. And these have got little bits of flashing left on them from when I printed these, because I printed these very early on in my 3D printing ownership days. So I printed them before I really knew what I was doing. And as much as it's not perfect, it's also much better to just fill and sand these than spend months reprinting them every day, because there's other things to be printing. So yeah, I think that little Dalek started printing on Wednesday, and the last parts are printing now. I've got the last of the hemispheres to prime and paint tonight. I don't know how to go with painted or with gluing painted parts, but in the past I've managed to do it without too much hassle because I use super glue. But let's see. So I hope whoever's watching has had a good week. You resist the urge to sand out the filler. What else did I do? Last week I printed this one. I printed this curved slat to go on the shoulders. This has got a bit of cleanup that needs to happen in here first with some sanding. So again, it'll be fine. Good hefty coat of primer filler and a nice sand will be all these need. so much better than trying to carve out the slat or make it out of wood and carve it beyond my skill level. Lots more stuff ordered, but you know, bum fudge being bum fudge, no one's got anything in stock. You've got to wait for it to arrive, so that's okay. It will turn up when it's ready. It'll turn up in its own time. Try and take down as many of the corners off as I can before I start smearing it in filler. I will probably not do that for most of these because they're quite clean. But what I will do is go and get the other shoulder slats and see how many of them that I can clean up and be The other thing I would be willing to try is brushing some acetone on once I put the filler on and see if it would help to smooth out any of the gaps. I've been told that's a good idea, but I've never tried it myself. But let's say if I get, well, there's 1, 2, 3. I think there's only 4 for the front anyway. Let me have a look at what else I've got. Some of these are really quite ropey. You know, they're not the best quality print. I think I tried to print them that way and then remove support material. It looks like these have under extruded quite badly. The blue ones are probably the best, but they've got very, very definite steps in them. And then there's something's happened here. It's like it stopped extruding on this layer. I think that had something to do with the steps on my machine at the time. So I've had to go at really laying into it with some primer. And to be fair, most people would look at it up that close and go, wow, that looks really good. I'll probably just fill in the little voids that you can see on the sides. And then have another go with some more filler primer because it's probably not that bad. I've ordered some nylon bolts, nylon nuts just to reduce the weight a little bit. And I think I even ordered nylon wing nuts to go on it. I'd like to get some little rubber or 3D printed, flexible washers for the background just to try and spread the load out a little bit. So they're on the go. Oh, let's should have 19 of these all together. 19 long ones, apparently. 19 of these, and then 4 little ones and 1 big one in the center. See, some of these don't even have all the support material removed. I'm also probably going to move Dexter here out of the way. I'll just go put Dexter in the office so he doesn't get knocked off. Well, I can say some of his plunger and whatnot haven't printed very well, so won't be done tonight. I'll move the camera down so at least you can kind of see what I'm doing. It's probably better than showing my face anyway, to be fair. It's probably more interesting and pertinent to see what I'm talking about rather than narrating while I'm looking down. Have we got any others that are like that? Oh, there's one that's like it. There's another one that's like it. Oh, that's a good one. That's a clean skin. There's another one. Some support material to remove. What I think I might even wind up doing is getting a file and seeing what because it's not only support material, it's actually the raft. It's got a smooth surface on it, which I thought would be quite good for these, but actually get to it like this. Man loses fingers. Must be why I grabbed these out. There's a bit. Let's see. File. Never tear sandpaper. It's a bad idea. If you're in the southern of hemispheres, happy Father's Day for tomorrow. If you're in the northern of hemispheres, happy Father's Day for sometime in June. One. That one's all good to go. Oh, this one. The good thing about 3D printed, at least they're going to be lightweight. Very lightweight. I think these are about 5% infill. They're very, very, very lightweight. So it's a weight saving feature. Another one. And I'm quite literally going to smear as much filler into the center of these as I can. I didn't get a chance to do any shoulder sanding today, but these are going to cover up 99% of the sins. They're going to cover up considerable amounts. Like I've already looked at one really bad patch that I bogged up last week on the stream. I actually didn't need to because it's going to get covered by the big center one of these. So I may as well just work towards getting the others done to the best of my ability. Plus, I've still got this shoulder, this elbow thing that's it is kind of stopping me from doing some stuff at the moment. I hope to get an appointment and get it seen to. I'm told maybe Wednesday. Maybe Wednesday. So we'll wait and see. Could probably do with a slightly more aggressive file for this work. Then again, I could also do with cleaning this file up, couldn't I? In fact, I might even turn on the compressor. Apparently, you're not meant to run a compressor through an extension cord either. Things I didn't know. I wonder if a little block plane would clean these up. All right. Okay. Then again, the deburring tool would probably be the go. Because really, once the shoulders are done, these are the next challenge. And these being done will mean that the shoulders can go together. But I've been meant to have been varnishing students' projects, but holding a large spray gun with a dodgy elbow. Not really what I'm up for right now. So as much as I kept saying this week, oh, I'm going to do it, the day came and the tie came, and I'll, muck forming. Nearly there. So it's just sort of filing. So being right-handed, everything's been difficult. Even that. Any of you affected by the teaching strike yesterday? Any of the? It's either 4 or 1 people watching, which I'm guessing means the chat isn't working. Which means I could kill the stream and restart it, or I could just keep going and not have a chat. Haven't decided which would be better. All those people that are bored, make a cup of tea. Nice cup of Ceylon tea or something. I've got a better file than that. Hold on. Maybe I do. Well, I do have a better file. Can I actually get it out? Will it come out of the holder? Bit coarser. The other thing I thought is maybe blue tack might work. That would be why it's not working. There we go. Right, I'm just going to clean this up before I get the filler out, because otherwise it's going to make a heck of a mess. It's easier to pick up this stuff now rather than wait. I'll pick up as much of it now. Alright, bit of noise. Mind your ears. Commencing vacuuming in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alrighty. Gloves. Tissues. Gloves. Filler. So I'll do the big ones first. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's right. Oh, hello. 14, 15, 16, 17. And one's 18. I think that's right. Unless I maybe I need an extra one. I suppose I'll find out in due course, won't I? All right. Spatula. Where's my tin opener thing? I bet I left it outside. I was painting outside earlier today. So that's probably where it is. Right, tinnis open air. Okay. Never mind. There'll be a way around this. I just haven't thought of it yet. Give me a moment. How about a screwdriver? Might be early in the day. Oh, sorry, Cole. Why am I sorry? That's your broken arm anyway. Okay, filler. Let's go. The advantage of this over wood filler is that this dries a lot faster. As much as it might not be perfect, it's certainly going to be damn sight better than it was. I mean, this is only the one that's primed has really only had one application and then a pretty cursory level of sanding. So these, having been filed a bit first, might work out a little bit better. Just ice it like a cake in this regard, because there's not really much else you can do in here other than put loads of it on and see how much you end up sanding back off, which will be 99% of it. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I was painting earlier. That was a disaster. Note to self. Never say, oh, I'll just paint that lattice. That was a really silly idea. Move that to one side so it can start to dry. The good thing about these is they're dry in 20 minutes, even with quite a thick application like this. I think something that needs to be done for future Dalek builds, including this current one, is indicating to people where it is safe to lift by, the lift points. Because the number of people that decide to pick it up by the plunger arm or by the eye stalk, even people that are, sort of in the know, is quite astounding sometimes. So maybe some clearly marked lifting points will be in order. And that's not, I don't mean to like have a dig at people, but like it obviously isn't that obvious where to lift it from and stuff. Even people on Colin trying to lift it up by the plunger, because I guess it's a big lever. So maybe a sign should say like, please ask an operator to lift it. If you would like to see inside the Dalek, please ask an operator. Please speak to the prop builder. Whew. Fumey goodness. But it's making progress, right? Fumey progress. I think I know how they made that that sound effect in Death of the Daleks now. I think they were just future puttying up some slats. And if you've seen that show, you'll know exactly the sound I'm talking about. These ones are obviously printed with a much lower layer height. I think the blue ones on the long slat, I must have been experimenting with layer heights. I think some of these are printed at 0.2 and some of them are printed at, it must be 0.3 or 0.8 or something. 0.28. Because they are much, much steeper. Goopy, but okay. What did I say? Try your best and cork the rest. So really, I only want the filler in the low spots. I don't want to be forever if I was trying to fill, sand everything down to the low spots. I want to build the low spots up to the high spots. But I sanded it preemptively to take the high spots down a little bit to sort of meet halfway. I wouldn't be able to work as a crash repairer. Well, at times I've thought maybe there's a crashy out there who is really good with bog. I think I said this last week too. Who wants to earn a few bucks, and they could just fill all my hemispheres and stuff for me. Fill all the So I wonder what it looked like going across here. This one has got some serious layer lines on it, so of course, people that know Death to the Daleks know that Terry Nation needed a reason to go to a planet, so he literally came up with the name of a mineral called perineum. And if you Google perineum, which is how it's spelled, you'll know where he got the name of that from. Good old Terry. That'll do. That'll sand off. Whew. That is some fumes in here. So most of these have got to the point that they can have their first sanding. And then things like this, I'm just going to have to get some, maybe a bit of blade putty in there. In here is not too bad. It needs a bit more sanding down. I think once it it's sanded down a little bit, especially if I can come up with some little sanding block tool, I think it'll look passable, especially with the color scheme I'm going for. There aren't too many NSDs in this color scheme that I'm going to try and achieve, so I think that'll be okay. I reckon that's almost passable as, you can paint that and get it on there. So if I can get the rest of them looking something similar to this, be in good shape. Especially if I give them a pretty harsh rub back and then hit them with some high build filler primer. And I've just bought the last couple of cans that the local Super Cheap Auto has, but I need to stop buying cans, and I actually need to start mixing it up in my own spray gun and then just spraying them, especially because the weather's getting better. There's no excuse not to. Whew. All right, well, that must be very close. 55 minutes. It's a raging chat with all two of you watching, so I'll just quickly check the progress of the 3D print, and if I can bring that back as the last bit to show before I go, then I will. So 1 second. Not really working very well, is it? So that didn't work out very well. The eyeball certainly detached. The gun's okay. The gun has survived. There we go. It's got his little ear lights in, just printed in red PLA. The gun has survived the print, so that'll get glued on there. And then the little slats need to be painted. They're primed now. I might quickly hit them with some black before I go to bed. And that'll do it. I'll have to reprint the other pieces tomorrow, because there's probably not much point in trying to reprint them now. So there you go. Keep well, everyone. Until next time. I had a bloody thing here as well. Where the hell did I just put it? God. Where is it? Oh, I nearly lost all the hemispheres in my hunt. Never mind. It's probably somewhere around here. Yeah. Never mind. I'm sure it is somewhere, but you know the deal. I'll see you on the next one. Ta-da. Oh, it's down there.